Hey, everybody. It is Thursday. I had to look at the calendar. Sorry I wasn't able to go live on Monday night. I absolutely was not feeling well. And I said that if I could, I would try to make it up this week. So here I am. I am feeling a ton better. I actually feel human for the second day this week. Um, it, it this one got me, so I was down for the count. Missed a couple of meetings that I really did not want to miss. But when your body says rest, you just have to rest. And that's what I did. So tonight I'm going to show you how to do a couple of cards that we did this weekend before it hit me too hard. And we'll go from there. If you like them, let me know what your thoughts are, and that's about it. There's a couple of things coming up with Stampin' Up, and can't wait to share those. There are new card kits available, so if you like those, one of them has coloring, so get it while the getting's good. All right, let's share my screen, and we will start on our first card. I have my paper trimmer over here because we are going to do this card layout a little bit different than what I usually do. This card starts at 4¼ by 11, scored at 5½, and also at 6½. So it's got the 5½ score on there. I need to score it at 6½. Let's get the cutting blade out of the way. Hope I can make it through without coughing too much. All right, and now we're done with the paper trimmer. So let's close up that blade or leg on it and put it over here out of the way. All right, fold that real crisp. And this is going to fold back. So I'm going to score or burnish that real good. And then our card is going to look like that. We're very close to that. So let's lay that to the top. Let's go ahead and put this piece of designer series paper that I believe is from Country Woods. I just figured it's fall, the leaves are changing. Let's do a card with changing leaves. And now I'm going to get the twine. Hold it up there. Wrap it around twice. And then tie it. All right, I got to get rid of some of this extra. You can trim your ends or leave them. I'm going to trim that one a little bit. And now I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus. It's a stronger adhesive. I had been using the combo liquid glue, but you have to sit and wait for it to dry. And who's got patience for that? Not this girl. Well, and now that's wanting to rip. Okay, let's try it again. That should hold it. And that is a book fold card. All right, and now let's stamp. We've got a piece of crushed curry. It's like, what color is that? I couldn't remember. It's crushed curry. So I'm gonna, these pieces of Very Vanilla will be matted on those, but let's stamp first. So let's get all of our fun colors. Let's go ahead and do the one for the middle or the inside. So I'm going to stamp the leaf, these little pretty leaf patterns on this one. Down here. One's done. Get it back out of the way. I'm going to set this over here because I'll use it again in a minute. Let's go ahead and put this on the inside so our pieces are kind of caught up and not all over the place. I use a lot of adhesive and I don't know, I mean, just, I want it to stay together. So you do you on adhesive. I just felt like that will bring the inside or the outside to the inside. So there's where we will have space to write. All right, now let's stamp our tree. So we're going to start with our tree and crushed curry. And I'm going to hold it and I'm going to stamp, I'm going to put ink on the leaf part of the tree with crushed curry. That is good and inked up. Close that. Well, I think I'm going to close it. And then I'm going to get the pecan pie or pecan pie, however you say that. And this part of the ink pad is closer to the edge. So that's how I'm getting the trunk. If you have stamp spots, that would be a great use for that. So it's kind of in the corner. You can see where the different ink colors are on. All right. Now I'm going to get one of the sponge daubers and pecan or pumpkin pie. Dab some of that orange on there and put it on my tree leaves. I start with the lightest color first on the stamp. That way it doesn't cross. I mean, a light color on this orange pad is okay. And so you put as much or as little. I don't want those leaves to be brown, so let's make them. All right. And now watch the magic happen. I'm going to put it up a little high so I can put my sentiment underneath it. And every one you do will be a little different because you're going to hit it with ink in a different spot every time. Isn't that cool? All right. And now for our thank you, I'm going to do that in Cajun Craze because it matches the outside of the card. Perfect. And now put it on our card. I'd say if that were a piece of basic or whisper white, basic white, it would show up the orange and the yellows a little better. But I just feel like that gives me, show you another one that I did. You can see different colors in both of those. Or even this one is a little more orange too. It's amazing. It's fun seeing what you can create with a sponge dauber and a couple of ink pads. All right, and then put this on the outside. Be careful not to glue our strings down. And our card is finished and ready to write in and send. All right, for the next one, this one is out of the catalog. I'm gonna grab it. What else I got right there? It is, I was looking at this Season of Elegance suite and some of the samples, and I thought, let's do that one. So I think I have everything over here except for the heat gun. So let's get the basic part of it done, and then I'll grab the heat gun. So here's our trees from Peaceful Season, Peaceful Greetings. The dots from that, some miniature or mini dimensionals. My crumb cake looks green. It is not. It is crumb cake, I promise. And then we're using Old Olive. Those. One of those. And I'm missing a piece of Berry Vanilla. All right, just a moment. I'll be right back. Happens when you think you have everything and you don't. So allows me to grab the Versamart and the heat tool. There's our Berry Vanilla. There's all of that fun. Plug our heat tool in. I have a power supply under there. All right. So the basic white is for the inside. So I'm just gonna start like we always do. Our basic card, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. A little bitty space to work, which is kind of normal, right? I mean, that thick, heavy adhesive. Let's use seal. All right, let's lay you to the top and get busy stamping. On this one, I know that I used crumb cake and the trees. Oh, I did the inside different on my card. Let's stamp off. And then on the very vanilla, pretty light. And I am going to put the trees across the bottom of this. Being very careful not to get it on the crumb cake. There we go. I succeeded. Yay. So there's our inside. You should stamp that first. Don't take directions from me sometimes. Or take it from me and do differently. So let's stamp our Christmas in Old Olive. And since we're stamping on the glass mat, I don't feel like I need the paper piercing tool or mat to make it a little cushier. I feel like I'm going to get a good solid Christmas. And then this can go on our card front. So it's out of our way too. It's not the traditional layer size, it would be one smaller. All right, now I'm going to lay that to the top. Here's our word Mary. I'm going to bring in the little banner. And our Versamark. Tap, tap, tap. And I'll line it right up on that little banner. Perfect. Cover back on that. Make sure it's got a good coverage. And then anywhere that you definitely don't want the embossing powder to stick, you need to make sure you wipe off. Because once you heat it, it's on there. All right. Now let's heat this up. Let me grab some tweezers so I don't burn my fingers. Good. There. I'll let it cool off just a second. Grab a couple of these cute little guys. They are tiny. Bring our card back in, and let's right here. Perfect. And here is our bling from that suite of products. On the card, not on my finger. Go. How about that? So there are our 2 cards for tonight. Thank you for watching. If you catch the replay, let me know. Have a great night, and I hope to be back on regular schedule next week. So even though I know that Monday is Veterans Day, I will still do my live. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for just being awesome and always being there. Feel free to like and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me here on YouTube. Subscribe to my newsletter so you know what all's going on. And I appreciate you, each and every one. I hope that you are not sick. And I hope that if you do get sick, it's not what I had or as bad as I had. And I hope that you do something fun for yourself this week. Have a great night. And